Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Boys and girls, my respected elders, welcome and ahlan wa sahlan to Madrasah TV show. This is a show where we bring Madrasah to you right in front of your TV screens. I'm your teacher Ustaz Hamza, and today I'm here to teach you a lot of things that you don't learn in a madrasa. Today this show is streaming live on YouTube, and we can hear and read your comments, boys and girls. So if you drop Assalamu alaikum, I can read it. So there, Zainab, wa alaikum assalam. Those of you who are watching this show live, guys, hit the like, share, subscribe button if you're watching me live on YouTube. Also remember, this show is for you not just to watch, this is for you to call and recite and engage. And right at the last segment, I am going to teach you Surah Al-Takathur, and I will give you a chance to recite Surah Al-Takathur to me or with me if you can't recite the surah. So let's have a quick look at what we're learning today. Boys and girls, we're going to learn the name of Allah. Then we're going to learn about creation of Allah. Then we have a Tajweed rule, and then at the end we are going to do what we call a Recite and Reflect segment, so I can hear your recitations and give you some feedback. Boys and girls, name of Allah, creation of Allah, and then Surah Al-Takathur with Tajweed, and then you will recite the surah, and I will give you feedback on your recitation, inshallah ta'ala. Boys and girls, the first segment is going to be a really important one. Wa alaikum assalam. If you drop your comment, I can see your comment. Guys, drop your comment right now. We're live, inshallah ta'ala, and I'm seeing your comments. Let's go straight to our first segment because it's going to be the most important one. Let's go and learn something that you guys may have never learned before. Let's go straight to...
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar.
Ya ahlan wa sahlan. Boys and girls, imagine, once upon a time, what happened in our house? Well, the story is not even in this country, so I'm going to have to explain it a little bit. We opened our tap, and we were all the way on the third floor. So ground floor, first floor, and we were on the second floor. Okay? And all of a sudden, the tap doesn't have water anymore. It's only drops. Now the ground floor was a shop. Okay? People used to come and buy kibda early in the morning. From the back of this shop, you can go upstairs, and then you can go in the first house. This was our neighbors. And of course our neighbors also had a tap. And of course they were very protective over their water. It's their water, and it's going to remain their water. Anyway, we don't want to have a fight with them, so we left them alone. From here, if you climb up, I know it looks very strange, you'll come to our house right on the top there. Now, of course, we had a tap in the living room, and there was a massive sofa there, and we would sit on this sofa. And of course there was a frame here. Inside the frame there was a picture of tree. And then right on the top there was a tanky, a water tank. Inside the water tank we had water. So one day what happened? All of a sudden there is no water. So we asked our neighbor, do you have water? They said, nope, there is no water. And so we went downstairs to the shop. Ahmed used to be a very passionate person, but he would just get angry for no reasons most of the time. That's just the way he was. And he was cooking, and he said, no, there is no water, even in his shop. So he had a tap as well here. Yeah? Where's the tap? Let's put the tap here. And no water. And so they asked me to ask my dad to have a look and see what's the problem. So my dad took me and he said, let's discover the problem. And guess where he took me? My dad took me to the basement here. Underneath the basement here, there was a massive room that was dark. So we put the light on. And once we put the light on, what do we see? We see a massive lid. And we open this lid and there is a massive square and there is barely any water here. And my dad said, this is where the water comes from. I said, what? I thought the water comes from the water tank up there. He said, yeah, that's true. But do you notice there's a pipe outside the house and the water goes from this pipe. Now follow the blue pipe, guys. Follow the blue pipe. This is engineering lesson 101. This pipe goes all the way there. Goes all the way to the top and goes inside this tank. And from this tank, then you have this blue pipe that is coming to the first floor, and then it's coming to the second floor, and then it's coming to this shop. And so all the water that is coming here in the shop, and all the water that is coming to our neighbors and to us, it's all coming from the tank, but the water is actually coming from here in the tank. So my question was, where is the water coming from here? The answer was, there is a pipe. There's a pipe. And that pipe brings the water here. My question then, of course, was, being a naughty, nosy kid, where is the water inside this pipe coming from? And the answer was, this is coming from a massive water refined place in Yambur. So we were in Medina, and this is miles and miles away. And there they would take water from the sea, and what they would do, they would boil it. All the salt will come out, and they will sell the salt. Very cheap, by the way. And then the water, they will put it in massive pipes, and then the pipe will bring the water. Now the question is, where is the water coming from actually? Who is bringing the water? You might say the pipes. You might say, oh, it's the tank that's bringing the water. You might say, no. It's this tank here. You might say, no, it's coming from here. The truth is, the water is being provided by Allah Azza wa Jal, and because of that, we see water in the ocean, and it is completely unusable. You cannot use that water that is in the ocean because it's so salty. And by the way, if you're thirsty and you drink that water from ocean, you're just going to get even more thirsty, so don't ever do that. If Allah didn't guide us how to refine that water or what to do with it, it would be completely unusable and we would not be able to use it, subhanallah. So the truth is, the water is not coming from the tank, it's coming from Allah Azza wa Jal. Allah is providing it. Imagine there was no ocean. Where would we get the water from? We wouldn't be able to get it from anywhere. So, it's very important that you consider this, guys. That it is Allah who provides something, despite the fact that you can find it in your tap, or whether it's in the tank, or it's in the bigger tank, or it's coming from somewhere, or because your dad is paying the bills, you have water coming in your tap. End of the day, it is Allah who's providing it. Imagine for millions and millions of years before we have water tanks and everything we have today in cities. How do you think people lived and had water? Some way, some shape and some form. They had water all these years and people were using it. It is ultimately from Allah Azza wa Jal, and that's why Allah Azza wa Jal is Ar-Razzaq. What does Ar-Razzaq mean? The provider. Ultimately, everything we have, we use, we benefit from, is from Allah Azza wa Jal. If Allah doesn't, if Allah were to block, stop something, then you won't be able to. And I'll give you an example. You can be absolutely healthy and nothing is wrong with you. And there's water in the tank, and there's water in your fridge. And all of a sudden, subhanallah, I remember my grandfather, when he was in a hospital, the doctor said he can't have water anymore because we're trying to treat something in his stomach. And as thirsty as he was unable to drink that water, although it was right there. Subhanallah, guys. Subhanallah. So if Allah were to stop something, you from having something, no one can provide you that thing. So it is Allah who gives you something and gives you ability to have it, to use it. Subhanallah, boys and girls. Have a look here. Allah is the sole provider of all His creatures sustenance, which is rizq. All His creatures, including people who don't believe in Him, including people who are evil, including people who do wrong things, Allah still provides them with things they need. His sustenance includes both the righteous and the wicked, whom He enables to find meanings of sustenance. This is from His immense mercy and grace. Allahu Akbar, guys. So regardless of who have the water tank in the house or who doesn't, where you live, how you live, Allah will provide you with water. And that's how Allah Azza wa Jal is with all His creation. Regardless of who is where, Allah will find a way to provide them with water or something. And now, yes, there are some people who wouldn't have water, drink, some basic needs that me and you can take for granted. Now my question to you is, why? If Allah is a Razzaq, why there are some people who are suffering who don't have basic water, bread to eat every day? Boys and girls, we live in a world where there are roughly 30,000 people die every day from hunger. Every single day, yes, every single day. My question to you, how comes? Why? Let's come back after a short break and continue to learn about Allah Azza wa Jal, who is Ar-Razzaq, and we'll have Creation of Allah segment and Tajweed segment. Call me in, I'll see you after a short break. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum, welcome back, boys and girls, to Madrasah TV show once again. Today is Wednesday, and today we're learning a lot of exciting things, boys and girls, including names of Allah, creation of Allah, Tajweed rule, and Recite and Reflect segment, boys and girls. We are going to continue, inshallah ta'ala, and learn name of Allah first of all, Ar-Razzaq, and then we are going to learn about creation of Allah. Boys and girls, we have two segments for your recitation, and I know some of you couldn't recite it yesterday. Call me in right now if you want to recite. Actually, let's speak to one of our callers, inshallah ta'ala, and get them to help me, inshallah, write name of Allah, Ar-Razzaq. Let's see, do we have a caller ready on the line? Assalamu alaikum. Alhamdulillah, and how are you, Ali?
وبخير الحمد لله. And Ustaz,
Yes?
did I surprise you by being the first caller of the day?
You did surprise me, Ali, but I want you to surprise me even more, because I'm going to take you to a segment called Name of Allah, and there we are going to write the name of Allah, Ar-Razzaq. You going to help me, Ali?
Yes, inshallah. And did Bunny tell everyone to like, share and subscribe?
Yep, Bunny did that.
Back?
Yep, let's do that, inshallah ta'ala. Bunny is urging all of you to like, share and subscribe. Ali, come with me, inshallah ta'ala, to Names of Allah segment. And boys and girls, there we are going to learn how to write name of Allah, and then I'll show you a verse.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar.
Assalamu alaikum, Ali.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
How can we write name of Allah, Ar-Razzaq? What would be the first letter?
Hamza.
First letter is A, Hamza. Next?
Ra.
Very good. Of course, there's a Ra, but there is a Lam before it. Ra, and then?
Lam.
Raz. Za. Ar-Razzaq.
Da.
Za, and then after Za?
Da. Qaf.
Alif.
Alif. Yes.
And then we have?
Qaf.
Very good. Ar-Razzaq. So that is name of Allah, Ar-Razzaq. Ali, may Allah bless you. So guys, if you write this name of Allah, make sure you add some coloring here and there to make it look awesome. Use two different colors. Now, I do have another slide for you guys. Let's see if there is anyone who can read that slide for us. Do we have the second caller, inshallah ta'ala? Oh, Ali, you can go ahead. And here is the slide. Name of Allah, Ar-Razzaq. I'll recite the verse. You can recite the translation. You'll see the verse on your screen in a second. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. قل من يرزقكم من السماوات والأرض قل الله وإنا أو إياكم لعلى هدى أو في ضلال مبين. Go.
Say, who provides for you from the heavens and the earth? Say Allah. And indeed we all, you are either other upon guardian or the clear error.
Clear error. MashaAllah, tabarakallah. Who provides for you from the heavens and the earth? Say Allah. SubhanAllah. Boys and girls, without the mercy of Allah, without Allah giving this sky ability, create clouds, give us water for this land to grow plants, for animals to grow, without any of these, SubhanAllah, we will not be able to live. And sometimes due to the fact that we live in cities and we live quote-unquote modern life, we are far away from the reality, and that is that Allah Azza wa Jal is running this entire universe. And then there are massive, gigantic jungles, and there are millions of animals there who live, and they live and they die, and then the other animals come and live and die, and all of that is running without any interference from us humans. Who is doing all that? Ar-Razzaq, and that is Allah. There is at least 3 times more life under the surface of the earth, that is under the sea, compared to the life that we see on the ground. There are more animals, there are more creatures live under the sea that we don't know, we haven't discovered yet. Subhanallah, and Allah Azza wa Jal is providing for them. I remember when we were learning in the school, there's a recent discovery, and they came to discover this fish that literally looks like a tissue. Yeah, creatures under the sea, they look like tissue, and they're bright, there's light coming from them. How do they live? How do they survive? Where do they live? Who created them? Subhanallah. Subhanallah. Boys and girls, we're going to go to the next segment, inshallah, and if you wrote name of Allah Ar-Razzaq, don't hesitate and send it to me on the WhatsApp number so I can share with everyone here on the screen, and inshallah you will get a patch. Boys and girls, our second segment is going to be about creation of Allah, something that Allah created, and it's going to be real fun. We're going to draw something as well. Let's go. Today, boys and girls, we are learning about fish. And then we're going to cook some fish. Boys and girls, fish is a creation of Allah that is mentioned in Quran. In Arabic, fish is samak. Fish. Fish. Samak. Seen. Meme. Kaf. All together. Seen. Meme. Kaf. Samak. Fish. Samak. Barakallahu feekum. Now, let's have a look. Fish are mentioned 5 times in the Quran, both in relation to a source of food and to the large fish that swallowed Prophet Yunus alayhi salam. By the way, if you're swallowed by a fish, you're gone. But in the story of Yunus alayhi salam, Allah protected him. Although there's a massive whale that swallowed him, Allah saved him, protected him inside the stomach of the whale. Fish use their gills for breathing. Subhanallah. Did you guys know that? So if this is a fish, there are things here, more like ears. Through this fish, they breathe. Subhanallah. The gills have a very important job for extracting oxygen out of the water. Subhanallah. So these things, they take the water and they take oxygen and then leave the rest. Oops, where's my drawing? So these things here, here's what they do. Water goes in, and once it's in, oxygen is inside the body, and the rest of the water can keep, it's gone. Now this doesn't filter the oxygen if you take the fish outside the sea. If you take the fish here, it will die, because these things that are on the fish, they take oxygen from the water, not from the air. Did you guys hear that? I don't know. But fish drown if they were to swim backward. I never seen a fish swimming backward. Oh, can you swim, guys, backward? I can swim backward. Can you guys swim backward? Can you guys swim? But subhanallah, just like you can breathe air and you can take oxygen from air, but you can't take oxygen from water, fish is the complete opposite. They take oxygen from the water, but they can't take oxygen from air. We continue, boys and girls. The girls have a very important job of extracting oxygen out of the water. And here is a verse in Quran. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. فَلَمَّا بَلَغَا مَجْمَعَ بَيْنِهِمَا نَسِيَا حُوتَهُمَا فَاتَّخَذَ سَبِيلَهُ فِي الْبَحْرِ سَرَبًا. When they finally reached the point where the seas met, they forgot their salted fish, and it made its way into the sea, slipping away wondrously. Subhanallah. So, boys and girls, what we're going to do, we are going to draw the biggest fish in the world. And we are going to have a look at the images, inshallah ta'ala. Biggest fish in the world. I'm sure they don't call it fish. What do they call it, guys? Apparently, it's this. It doesn't even look like a fish. It looks like a massive ship or something. So we're going to draw this, inshallah ta'ala, after a short break, boys and girls. Biggest fish in the world. Let's do that, inshallah ta'ala, boys and girls. After a short break, we will continue. Call me in if you want to recite, and recite with me Surah Al-Takathur and Surah Al-Qari'ah as well. If you can't recite both surah, recite one of them. If you can't recite it all, recite with me word by word, boys and girls. After a short break, we will continue. Stay with us. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum, welcome back, boys and girls, to Madrasah TV show once again. Just before the break, we were learning about fish, creation of Allah mentioned in the Quran, and now after the break, boys and girls, we are going to draw a fish. What I wanted to do, I wanted to draw the biggest fish in the world, but it looks like it's going to be a big task if we were to do it, boys and girls. So what can we do instead? We can draw just a fish mentioned in the Quran. So let's go back to creation of Allah segment, boys and girls. We have a Tajweed segment and Recite Reflect segment just for you. So call in, inshallah ta'ala, recite with me, get some feedback on your recitation. By the way, I heard some of you have a fish in your house. Maybe if you do, send me a picture of that fish. Have a look at this fish. Oh, let's go to creation of Allah segment. Boys and girls, time for you to call in right now. Call in right now. Let's recite together. Alright, boys and girls, found this cute fish that we're going to draw today. Boys and girls, are you ready? Let's draw it together. It looks very, very simple and easy to draw. Is it, boys and girls? It is. The beauty of this particular fish is that it's so colorful that everything that you're supposed to draw on the body of the fish that is so small can be difficult. It is all hidden. So, pick a pen, pencil first. With me? Two. No. That's lazy way of drawing a fish. Another lazy way of drawing a fish. We're not going to do that, guys. Let's draw this fish together. This fish is really this. Use these shapes. Bismillah. Starting from here. Whoops. This. Now here, two. Oh, I realize I'm not saying anything. So color it orange, and leave these white lines. Now use a pen to maybe highlight some of the lines here. There you go. Highlight them. And with a slightly darker color. Slightly darker color. And even here. And even here. Now, this fish is not just going to sit here and nothing more. This fish is in a massive ocean. And of course also and some bubbles in the water. And we can highlight these bubbles with the pencil. There we go, boys and girls, what a fish! Someone said, is Nemo. What's Nemo? I don't know what Nemo is. I never watched anything. Boys and girls, just make sure, okay. Also, there's some lines here. There. There. All right, boys and girls. Let's see if we can make this Nemo swim. Wait a second, guys. MashaAllah, tabarakallah. Boys and girls, can you draw a fish better than my fish? If you can, send it to me on the WhatsApp number that you'll see on the screen. Come with me, let's recite and let's learn Surah Al-Takathur together. And I want to see if you guys can recite Surah Al-Takathur as well. Time flies when you start drawing. Let's start, boys and girls, let's go. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. Together. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ألهاكم التكاثر حتى زرتم المقابر كلا سوف تعلمون ثم كلا سوف تعلمون كلا لو تعلمون علم اليقين لترون الجحيم ثم لترونها عين اليقين ثم لتسألن يومئذ عن النعيم. Let's highlight some Tajweed rules, boys and girls, together. ألهاكم التكاثر ثر راء is a full mouth letter حتى زرتم المقابر زر full mouth letter مقابر قاف is a full mouth letter كلا سوف تعلمون ثم غنة كلا سوف تعلمون كلا لو تعلمون علم اليقين لترون الغنة لترون الجحيم ثم غنة لترونها عين اليقين ثم لتسألن يومئذ عن النعيم بسم الله ثم لتسألن يومئذ عن النعيم. Boys and girls, let's go straight to our first reciter in Recite and Reflect segment.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Boys and girls, we'll start the first call inshallah ta'ala straight after the break. Just before we go on a break, boys and girls, Remember, if you can't recite these verses on your own, we can recite them together. Alhaakumut. Well, if that's too long, Alhaakumut takathur. We can recite them together, one word, well, word by word. Hatta zurtumul maqabir. كلا سوف تعلمون ثم كلا سوف تعلمون. We'll break it down inshallah ta'ala. Boys and girls, call me in. WhatsApp number and a line number. Both numbers are open. Boys and girls, we stick to one surah so everyone gets a chance to recite. I want to make sure that each and every one of you will get to recite inshallah ta'ala, and that is going to be straight in our next segment. Call me in, recite Surah Al-Takathur. If you can't recite, we can recite together, get some feedback, and also you might earn a badge. Let's see how many of you get bronze badge, silver, gold, or extraordinary badge. Can you earn extraordinary badge? Call me. We'll be back after a short break. Stay with us. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back. Assalamu alaikum. Boys and girls, in this last segment of this show, We are going to learn Surah Al-Takathur. Let me hear your recitation, give you some feedback. But remember, today is Wednesday and we learned a lot in the first segment and the second segment. Name of Allah, we learned about creation of Allah. We learned some Tajweed rules in Surah Al-Takathur. I want to see if you can implement these rules. So let's go to our final segment, boys and girls. It's your chance to call and recite.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
And who is on the line?
Norman.
Nu'man, how are you today?
Alhamdulillah.
Are you ready, Nu'man?
Yes.
Together. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Al-Hakumut
Hakumut
Takathur
Takatu
Hatta
Hatta
Zurtumul
Zumtumut
Maqabir.
Makobni
Now, without stretching, but Maqabir.
Mikobil
Maqabir.
Miko Ta In
Good. Maqabir.
Mika Maka
Good, good, good. Maqabir.
Will
Kalla. Good. Kalla.
Kalla
Sawfa
Kayfa
تعلمون
Tayamun
ثم
Summa
كلا
Kalla
سوف
Tawfa
تعلمون
Ta'alamun
كلا
Kalla
لو
Lahum
تعلمون
Ta'lamu
علم
Ilman
اليقين
Yakin
لترى
Watala
ون
Gunnan
الجحيم
Jashim
ثم
Summa
لترى
Latara
ونها
Gunnaha
عين
Ainan
اليقين
Yakin
ثم
Summa
لتسألن لتسألن يومئذ
يومئذ
عن
عن
النعيم
النعيم
ما شاء الله تبارك الله. Next caller. Assalamu alaikum. Well done, Nu'man. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
Eman, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm very well. Let's recite together. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Alha kumut kumut takathur
takafur
hatta zurtumul maqabir kalla sawfa ta'lamun thumma كلا سوف تعلمون كلا لو تعلمون. Let's break it down. تعلمون علم اليقين May Allah bless you. Next caller. Assalamu alaikum. Well done.
وعليكم السلام.
Ali, let's start immediately because there's a caller who's waiting straight after you. Surah Al-Kathir, Ali.
Will Ibrahim get time as well?
Of course.
I'm letting Ibrahim go first then, Ustaz.
Assalamu alaikum, Ibrahim. Assalamu alaikum, Ibrahim.
وعليكم السلام.
إبراهيم سورة التكاثر.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ألهاكم التكاثر حتى زرتم المقابر كلا سوف تعلمون ثم كلا سوف تعلمون كلا لو تعلمون علم اليقين لترون ثم لترون عين اليقين ثم لتسألن يومئذ عن النعيم.
إذن عن النعيم. A gold badge to Ibrahim and we go to Ali. Ali, assalamu alaikum.
وعليكم السلام.
Go ahead, ya Ali.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ألهاكم التكاثر حتى زرتم المقابر كلا سوف تعلمون ثم كلا سوف تعلمون كلا لو تعلمون علم اليقين لترون الجحيم ثم لترونها عين اليقين الجحيم ثم لتسألن يومئذ عن النعيم.
Ahsan, extraordinary badge. Last caller, Assalamu alaikum.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله.
تفضل, let's say سورة التكاثر from you.
أوكي. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ألهاكم التكاثر حتى زرتم المقابر كلا سوف تعلمون ثم كلا سوف تعلمون كلا لو تعلمون علم اليقين لترون الجحيم ثم لترونها عين اليقين ثم لتسألن يومئذ عن النعيم.
MashaAllah. Boys and girls, that was the last caller. A little bit more. When you do ghunna, 2 counts. Boys and girls, may Allah bless you. We'll be back tomorrow, inshallah ta'ala, with more segments for you. Tomorrow, we're going to have a calligraphy segment. Those of you watching live on YouTube, tune in tomorrow, inshallah ta'ala. Madrasah TV show. Live Monday to Friday, 4 p.m. We'll be seeing you tomorrow, boys and girls. Until then, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.